Good morning, volleyball fans, on a beautiful Saturday a.m. Welcome to the Red Zone here at Hicksville High School as we are getting ready for Saturday morning special of girls volleyball action here on Hicksville Community Television. It's the Lady Vikings of Evergreen here to take on the Lady Aces in a Saturday morning special on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Chris Warner also getting up bright and early to be here, running the camera, overseeing our live stream. As we've got two matches on deck for you. First up, it'll be the junior varsity girls, and that'll be followed by the varsity matchup coming up a little bit later. We're getting a bit of a late start. Evergreen a little late in arriving. So instead of the 10 o'clock first serve, it looks like we'll be going in about 3.5 minutes or so from right now. Got some time, so I want to say a big thank you to all of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making it possible for us to bring you the live stream today. They include the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Also, APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. Thanks to the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. They're also online, or that you can give them a call, rather, at 419-542-6218 for information on COVID boosters, flu shots, and more. And, of course, ARC Solutions Incorporated, a world-class facility located right here in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and also online at www.arcsolinc.com. Thanks to all of them, again, for helping to make our live stream coverage possible on this Saturday. As we get ready to get things started, as we always do, they don't announce the players like they do before the varsity game. So we're going to run down the rosters for you. We'll begin with the visiting Evergreen Lady Vikings. Their JV roster is this way. Number 1 is Bailey Lumbrizer. She is a sophomore. Next up, number 2 is Ava Vakulik. Ava also a sophomore. Freshman Leah Elliott wears number 3 rather. Number 4 is Kennedy Peebles. Number 5, Kennedy Emmett, who is a junior. Number 6 is sophomore Ireland Smallman. Number 8 is worn by a junior, number 7 is worn by junior Bria Matney. Number 8 is junior Madison Bramer. Number 9 is Lene Mans, who is a freshman. Number 10 is worn by Miri Sanchez, junior. Junior Mary Doherty wears number 11. Number 12 is Beth Sintobin. And Avery Emmett, the freshman, wears number 14. Got to flip my microphone back down. On the Aces side, their JV roster breaks down this way. Number 3 is sophomore McKenna Rice. Number 5, sophomore Kennedy Adams. Number 6, freshman Liberty Doctor. Number 7 is worn by sophomore Helen Leon Flores. Number 9 is freshman Reagan Cayley. Number 10, sophomore Paige Lynn Ayers. Number 15 is freshman Kaylin Metz. Number 16, sophomore Hannah Ridgway, who's the libero. And number 17 is worn by junior Teslin Reed. Mika Inkrot has been promoted. She's been moved up to varsity starting today. So that's why we didn't mention her name. So those are the rosters for both these schools. And we'll get ready to get things started here in just about 15 seconds from right now. And I'm going to apologize in advance because my allergies are acting up something fierce today. I took my medicine this morning and popped a Claritin, but my nose is running like you wouldn't believe. So if every now and then there's a blank or if you hear me using a Kleenex, that's the reason why. And again, it's not really professional, but I apologize. Teams will get ready to go to the net and wish each other good luck, and then we'll get ready to get this junior varsity match underway. The Evergreen libero, by the way, is number 11, and that is Mary Doherty. So, as we are all familiar with now, they'll get their starters out on the floor. The officials will check the numbers and the positions. Then they'll allow the substitution. The libero usually will come in at this point, and we'll get ready to get this match started. Glad to have you with us on this Saturday morning. If you've got sharp eyes, you may have noticed that Cindy Schlatter is officiating this JV game, which means, unfortunately, that she can't be here calling play-by-play.
Well, I mean, we always could just give her a wireless headset, Bill.
She'll be joining us coming up when tournament time rolls around. So we'll get ready to get things started. Aces will have the ball in the serve to get it going. And the ball is up in the air, and we are underway. Up to the, and it'll drop straight down, and it'll be a first point for the Evergreen Lady Vikings. And, of course, you can follow along. We got the scoreboard cam up and running this morning, so you can watch the scores progress. That's out, and we're tied at 1. I also want to thank Coach Lavin. She gave me some information I'll pass along a little bit later regarding the matches coming up next week. And that'll be just outside. This is, of course, homecoming weekend for the Aces. And maybe not the best result on the football field on Friday night, but the Aces held their own. Into the net. What was it, 38-14, I think was the final score, as the Pilots were winners. But out in the Commons, they're getting everything all set up and ready to go for the dance tonight. Reed's serve clears the net. Set up by the Vikings, and they drop that one in nicely to tie us back up at 2-all. And we got a lot of fun interviewing the homecoming king and queen and members of their court. So if you missed the parade or any of that stuff, you can check out our video on demand library here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. As serve is up for the Lady Vikings. Aces look to set it up. That's going to be out, and it is. But you can watch the replay of both the game and the pregame festivities. Another serve for the Lady Vikings, another good-looking one. Adams. Oh. Hart stopped for a minute there, thought that the Vikings might be able to get that one back under control, but a point for the Lady Aces. Evergreen still up by 2 here early on in game 1 of the junior varsity match. That's going to be way too strong. So Liberty Doctor's serve will be out in the back line. Vikings now up by 3. JV coach is Cindy Mayer for the Evergreen Lady Vikings. Oh, and that one just bounced the wrong way off of Adams' hands and off the back wall. Bramer back to serve for the Vikings. Adams. And that was Rice putting it over the net. And that'll be out. And another point for the Aces as they pull back to within 3. Checking into the game now, number 10, number 10, Pagelyn Ayers. I was looking at the varsity roster. I want to get my 10s confused. Ayers over the net. High response and a strike. Ridgway digs it out of there. Oh. Very close for Sanchez there, but couldn't quite get it over the net. Didn't jump quite high enough. Aces now within 2. Oh, a nice tap over. That was number 5, Kennedy Emmett for Evergreen. And Bailey Lumbreeser back to serve now for the Lady Vikings, leading by 3. Adams taps it over. Nice. Caught him looking. Pulls the Aces back to within 2, and Ridgway will drop back now to serve. Ridgway, a different number today. She had been wearing number 8 as the libero, but now she's number 16. Sanchez over and just inside, and it'll be a point for Evergreen. And we got handed a revised roster for the Lady Aces just before game time. And it is freshly revised. It's all handwritten in. They haven't printed a new version yet. Just off the top of the net. Aces will get the serve back. Kennedy Adams will drop back. Adams, sophomore. Good looking serve. And off the top of the net again. As that pulls the Aces to within 1. So Hicksville looking to tie it up with this Adams serve. Another good looking serve. And that one's an errant return off of the arms of the libero. And we're tied at 9. Adams. That one will be out. So Vikings back up by a point. Ball's up. Evergreen looks to set it up. Adams answers. And that'll go over and out. Point for the Aces. We're back tied at 10. McKenna Rice back to serve for Hicksville. Rice. Adams on the Hicksville side. Adams will put it over. Evergreen looking to set up. Adams digs that one out. Ridgway now slaps it over. Evergreen. Oh, great effort by the Aces, just not quite able to finish it off, and the Evergreen Lady Vikings go back up by 1. And Lene Manns back to serve. Ridgway. Ayers and then over by Rice. Again, a good stop by McKenna, or by Adams. Ridgway, and they'll pop it back over again. Another chance for the Lady Vikings. Again, Kennedy Adams gets it up. And that'll go into the stands. That'll be a point for the Aces. Tied at 11. Back in action. Evergreen gets the ball over. Aces, Doctor. Oh, and just missed. Couldn't quite get to the net and the ball in time, and it drops to the floor, and Aces Back in the lead now, 12-11, and Reed back to serve. Teslin puts it over the net. And that one goes into the net, and the Aces are up by a couple. Teslin Reed set to serve yet again. Reed, another good-looking serve, and that'll be an ace. Hicksville now up by 3. And timeout called by the Lady Vikings as they were leading comfortably up by 3 or 4 points, and now that's turned around, and the Aces on top now, 14-11. Timeout on the floor, and time for us to say a big thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, brand new pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the selection they have on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, it's always about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. We want to thank them so very much for their diamond-level underwriting support of all of our Aces sports broadcasts on Hicksville Community Television. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Back into action after the timeout. First timeout taken into this game. Vikings have 1 remaining. And Teslin Reed with the serve for the Lady Aces. Reed serve, it's a good one. Almost a collision, but now Reed digs it out of there. Doctor, and it's killed by Evergreen. They draw in a little closer. Lady Vikings get the serve back. And that one's into the net. They give away the point. That was Beth Sintobin with the net serve. Now back to serve for the Aces. Liberty Doctor. She'll get it across. Evergreen setting it up. Ridgway. Rice. Metz gets it over. Sanchez pops it over the net, and that'll be another point for the Vikings as they pull to within 2 again. Ball is up. Adams. Doctor gets it over. Off of Ridgway's hands and out of bounds. Out. Serves up again for the Evergreen. Ridgway, and Adams puts it over. Sanchez tips it back across, and that'll be another point for the Lady Vikings. We're tied again at 15. Bramer keeps the serve for Evergreen. Madison Bramer with her team up by 1. And that'll be out. So we're back tied again. Kaylee will step out back into the game. Ayers with the serve. Ayers hits it out. Another quick substitution. Bria Matney, number 7, into the game to serve for the Lady Vikings. Ayers goes over the net. Evergreen, Sanchez again, and another nice spike by Sanchez. Gets another point for the Vikings. Good serve. Metz gets it over. Launch it back over. Nice tap over. Vikings handle it. Ayers, Rice, and Adams. Adams, it's out. Nice shot by Kennedy, just a little too much on it. That one rolls back towards the locker room. They have to go track the ball down and bring it back out into the court. Again, Bria Matney with the serve. Ridgway and Ayers puts it over. Sanchez again for this time. Doctor digs it out. Adams gets it over. Oh, that's going to be trouble, and looked like somebody went into the net, and there was people flying all over the place. It's a point for the Lady Aces, and Hannah Ridgway dropping back to serve. Ridgway puts the ball up. Evergreen. That'll be in. Oh, my. Put that one right on the line. Vikings hit 20 points and have the serve. Number 11, Doherty, their libero, puts it up. And a nice tap over by McKenna Rice. Point for the Aces, and Kennedy Adams drops back to serve for Hicksville. And that'll be in. Oh, they're going to say out. Okay. That looked into me, but I'm not going to argue with the people officiating. It could be trouble. And it's, well, they managed to get it over. Ridgway saved that one for the Aces. Vikings, now Adams. And Rice puts it over. And they're going to say somebody either went over the line or into the net. So Evergreen sees their lead evaporate again. We're tied at 20. Slapping it over. Evergreen answers. And that'll be a nice hit. Great job. Rice found the open spot near the back of the court and just dumped it in there to give the Aces a 21-20 lead. And that prompts another timeout from the Evergreen bench. You're watching Lady Aces junior varsity volleyball action. Chris Warner, Bill Murphy, we're coming to you live from the Red Zone. On Saturday morning, we only have a couple of Saturday mornings on the schedule this year for our live stream broadcasts. Coming up in a couple of weeks, October 7th, it's going to be a tri-meet. So we'll be here for those games. Or at least I will. Hopefully Christopher will be able to wake up. We didn't have that late of a night last night. I think we were done and back to the studio a little after 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was home at 10:30.
Yeah. So again, not the greatest result of the football game, but the Aces played well last night. They had to deal with some injuries, and they made some they were moving some players around and didn't do too bad against the Pilots. Back onto the court here. Nice stop by Reed. Ridgway digs that one out. And that's going to be a point for the Aces. They can't get it over in 3, so Hicksville up now 22-20. Adams. Evergreen. Rice. Doctor. Oh, a little bit of confusion and hesitation, and that sealed the fate of the Lady Vikings for that point. Adams with another serve. That one's going to go over. Ridgway. And now Doctor will slap it over. Ayers. Rice taps it over. Ridgway. Rice, and that'll be out. So 23-21, dropping back to serve now Kennedy Emmett for the Lady Vikings. A quick substitution on the Evergreen side. Here come the Vikings. They're down by 2. Emmett's over to Adams. Now Rice. Reed gets it over. Now Evergreen will look to set it up. Ridgway out. Ridgway just a little outside, and we're back to a 1-point game. Again, you have to win by 2. Adams, a nice tip over. Oh, well played by the Lady Vikings, and we're tied at 23. And the Aces are going to call timeout. So we'll take time here and pass along our congratulations once again to the homecoming court for 2023 here at Hicksville High School. If you missed it yesterday, the freshman attendant is McKenna Baird. Sophomore attendant is McKenna Rice. The senior attendant, Delaney Begley. The junior attendant is Ashlyn Story. Their escorts for the freshmen, Zane Truzinka. For the sophomores, Luke Eicher. For the juniors, Bronson Graber. And for the seniors, Noah Harmon. The homecoming queen for 2023 is Olivia Clark. And senior Eric Iden is this year's homecoming king. So we got to speak with all of them except for Bronson Graber yesterday. Great bunch of young people. And hope they have a lot of fun wrapping up homecoming weekend on this Saturday. Back in action, Kennedy Emmett set to serve. Goes over. Ayers. And Adams will send it back over, and it'll be out. So game point coming up for the Vikings. Reed. Oh, we'll be tied at 24. Teslin Reed hits it out. That'll put the Vikings up 25-24, and again, it'll be game point coming up for the Lady Vikings. And dropping back to serve, number 9, Lene Mans. Mans puts it over. Ayers digs it out of there. Rice, and then Reed. Back the other way come the Lady Vikings. Teslin Reed gets it up. Doctor puts it over. Ayers, again to Rice and to Reed. And that'll be out. Tied at 25. Christopher is just waiting to be able to post the final score of game 1, but keep tying it up here. Reed's serve over. Tip over. Adams saves that one. Gets it back across the net. Ayers and Doctor puts it into the net to put the Vikings up now 26-25. And again, game point for Evergreen. Sanchez back onto the floor for the Lady Vikings. And Sintobin getting ready to serve. Beth Sintobin, Ridgway. Ayers taps it over. Ridgway once again, now to Rice and Ayers. And it'll be a point for the Aces. We'll be tied at 26. 34-32, if you were wondering, Chris. The highest game that I've ever called in overtime. Into the net. Make it 27-26.
Trying to think of our highest, at least, that I've done.
The highest JV was 32-34 a few years back.
So I was here for that.
Might have been, I don't know. Adams puts it over. Evergreen looking to set it up. Ridgway. Metz. The Lady Vikings. Ridgway. Adams. Sanchez misses. Tied at 27. Aces still have one timeout remaining. The Lady Vikings have used all of theirs. So Ayers into the net. Make it 28-27 Vikings. And once again, game point for Evergreen. Ball's up and into the net. So a net served by Matney. We're tied again. Ridgway. Matney responds. Over it goes. Ridgway digs it out. Rice. Adams. Quick tap over and that's in. Vikings up again. Substitution and Doherty. Libero drops back to serve. Game point once again for the Vikings. Doctor, Rice, Adams. And Aces. As she touched the net. So we had a missed call, and it's going to be, okay, a no play. So take that one away. That never happened. It's going to go back to Vikings serve up 29-28. And Doherty, for the second time, puts it up. Ayers and Ridgway. Doherty again. Ridgway. Nice setup. And there they go. So the Vikings finally win your first game in overtime, 28-30. And they take a 1-0 lead in this best 2 out of 3 JV match. So we'll put 3 minutes on the clock, and I'll say a big thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible, and that's our friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, offering many, many solutions to business and industry, including welding, powder coating, safety equipment, and lots more. And they're looking to add to their workforce. If you're looking for some great opportunities, whether it's to start a new career, a second career, add to the skills you already have, Go to aptmfg.com/careers for a full listing of all the opportunities they have available, many with specialized training and certification opportunities. You can fill out an application, upload your resume. They'd love to hear from you, and who knows, maybe you can become a part of the APT manufacturing family. It's a terrific, terrific facility that they have out there in Hicksville's Industrial Park. We want to thank Tony Nicewander and the whole gang again for their continued diamond-level support of all of our Aces Sports broadcasts across all of our platforms here at Hicksville Community Television. We hope that you will thank them as well next time you come across somebody from APT. Just remember, every time you see Aces Sports on HIX-TV, they're the ones that help make it possible. Our good friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. Hey, coming up next week on a Tuesday night, it's GMC volleyball action here at the Red Zone. We'll get started just before 5:30 with the junior varsity match. First serve going out at 5:30, and we'll have the varsity action for you as well. Want to let you know, we've been asked to pass this along to everybody. On Tuesday, the 26th, for the games against Paulding, it will be a purple out theme. So everyone is asked to show their Aces pride by wearing purple, and that's because that evening is in support of 6th grader Kirsten Vetter. Kirsten is battling cancer, and purple is her favorite color. So you can help her and her family out and just show her community support and let her know that we all care. So, again, wear your purple and plan on coming out to the Red Zone and joining us for volleyball action in the Green Meadows Conference against Paulding on Tuesday night, September the 26th. And Chris has already said if he doesn't have a purple shirt, he does have a purple magic marker, and he can do his face.
Oh, well, don't worry. I already have a purple shirt, so.
I was thinking you could look like that girl in the Willy Wonka movie who chewed the gum.
Oh, yes, I know which one
Turn
you're
yourself
talking
into
about.
big purple. All right, we're counting down the last seconds, and Evergreen's going to have the serve to start game number 2, and we are underway at the Red Zone. Must win for the Aces to keep this match going. The Lady Vikings get it over. Doctor to Rice and Adams. Adams just inside the line. What a great touch from Kennedy Adams as she'll put the Lady Aces up 1-0. And the ball has vanished.
The ball is gone.
I think it went out into the commons. And here it comes. Bounce that over to Mr. Hott. Nice job, Tesla and Reed. I saw that coming. She timed it well and spiked that one down. 2-0 Aces. Adams, another serve. That's going to be trouble, and that'll be up 3 for Hicksville. So they jump out to a nice lead to start game number 2. Quick substitution into the game. Lumbreezer for Evergreen. Adams. Lady Vikings get it across. Tap it in, and Ridgway can't get to it in time. So first point of game 2 for Evergreen. Ayers shoots it back over the net in one. Aces looking to set it up now. Doctor, and then Reed gets it over. And that'll be on the Aces as the Evergreen player. Well, she did a couple things. I think she went into the net, and she also crossed the line. So 4-1 Hicksville. Rice with the serve. It goes right to her. She digs it out of there. Now Ridgway and now Doctor. Evergreen recovers. Adams back to Rice. And into the net. by Paige-Lynn Ayers. 4-2 now, and Evergreen gets the serve back, trailing by a couple. Nope. Sintobin just didn't get a good hit on that, and it dies before it gets to the net. Reed, good serve. Nice setup for the Lady Vikings, and they drop it in. Makes it a 5-3 game as Evergreen will get the serve back. Evergreen, of course, wearing the green jerseys with the yellow numerals and trim, or the gold numerals and trim, I suppose. Ball's up. Sanchez, nice job, gentle touch. Pulls the Vikings to within one. Ridgway digs it out of there. Ayers, just a little long. Evergreen will serve once again. Bramer puts the ball up. It'll be too long. Adams, good eye. She pulled back at the last minute and let that one sail out in the back. Lady Aces back up by one. And Liberty Doctor puts the ball up. Sanchez. Nice tap over by Rice. And the Lady Vikings save it. Too much on it from Doherty as it goes out the back. And Aces up by two. Doctor will get another serve here. Doherty gets it over. Rice, Ridgway, and then Adams. Volley continues. Metz got enough on it. Couldn't compensate for the spin. It falls, and Aces now up by three. Doctor serving again. That'll be out. Good stretch for Liberty Doctor here as the Aces have increased their lead to 4 behind her serves. Liberty puts it up again. Another good-looking serve. Nice setup for Evergreen. Sanchez saved by Rice, Ridgway, and now Adams. Ridgway, Rice, and that'll be in Mr. Overmeyer's lap. So that point goes to Evergreen, 9-6 now. And Lumbreeser. Bailey Lumbreeser back to serve for the Lady Vikings. Just tips the net, gets over. And that will be out. Oh, they're going to say in. All right. That was on the far corner, so it's tough for us to see. So, again, we'll trust the flag people. Lumbreeser's serve. Metz gets it over. Nice setup, and again, Metz will get it over. Evergreen looks to answer. Ridgway for the Aces. Adams. And Adams. Nice recovery. Nice tap over. That was Emmett with that little tap over to pull the Vikings to within one. They'll keep the serve. Lumbreeser will drop back once more. Adams digs it out. Now Doctor and then Adams again. And that's going to be a point for the Aces. As Hicksville now leads 10-8. Matney coming back into the game for Evergreen. Ayers back to serve. And Ayers going to get the point. As again, it's a must-win for the Lady Aces to stay alive here in this junior varsity match. Quick substitution in Kennedy Peebles, number 4 for Evergreen. As Bramer will have a seat. Ayers gets the ball up and over. And that one's into the net. And another point for the Aces, leading now by 4. Ayers to serve once again. And that'll be another point. And our first time out of game number 2 comes from the Vikings bench as they trail by 5, 13-8. That'll give me time to say a big thank you to the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Locally owned and operated, a full-service pharmacy for you and your family's pharmaceutical needs. They also have medical equipment and supplies, over-the-counter medications, gifts, sundries, and so much more. Next time you're in downtown Hicksville, stop by and see for yourself what a difference being locally owned and operated truly means. Want to thank them so very much for their diamond level support, again, of all of our Aces Sports broadcasts for 2023. And hey, if you'd like to get information on the latest COVID booster, flu shots, or more, give them a call, 419-542-6218. Again, we want to thank the Myers family so very much for their diamond level underwriting support. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Aces up by 5 with the serve. Ball over. Looking to set it up. Adams. Evergreen looking to answer. Get it across. Nice little tip over. Evergreen recovers. One more to get it over, and they do. Metz out on the back. So the Vikings get the point and get the serve back. And Doherty drops back to serve for Evergreen. Rice and Metz. Metz will be out on the side again. Doherty's serve off of Ridgway. And nothing the Aces can do to recover from that one. Doherty will serve again. Good looking serve, Ayers. And Rice taps it over. And another point for the Lady Vikings. That'll be out. She knew it as soon as she hit it. Emmett hit that one, and she could tell it was just going to float into the stands. Indeed, it did. Ridgway's serve into the net. Hate to see him give away a point like that. Vikings now to within 1. They've got the serve back, and it'll be Kennedy Emmett. Doctor to Rice and Adams. Ridgway saves that one. Rice tried to tip it over. McKenna just didn't quite have enough on it that time, and we're back to a tie game. Off of Ayers' hands and into the stands. Emmett. Ball's up. Ridgway. That time Rice's tap over, but it comes right back to her, and she gets a hand on it. It goes over Ridgway's head. And timeout now from the Aces bench. So both schools have used one timeout here in game number 2. Game number 1, if you're just joining us, went to Evergreen. It was a lengthy game, 30-28. So it's a must-win for the Lady Aces to stay alive in the best 2 out of 3 JV match. And, of course, the Lady Vikings would like to wrap this one up in 2. Chris Warner, Bill Murphy, we're glad to have you with us and hope you're enjoying the live coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. Saturday special.
Bill, they got a different menu item today on the concession stands. They had breakfast pizza.
Breakfast pizza.
I might have to get one of those and try it. I've never seen that on the menu for the concession stands.
Yep, we went out and got a couple of sodas, and they didn't have the hot dogs ready, and the cheese was still melting for the nachos. Ready to get back in action here. Emmett with the serve for the Lady Vikings. Ridgway answers for the Aces. Now Rice, Adams. Doherty for Evergreen. Emmett. Oh, nice touch. Another point for the Lady Vikings. Ayers gets it over for Hicksville. Nice setup. Met saved that one, but went into the net. Or excuse me, was that Reed? Yeah. So point goes to the Vikings. Ayers, high arcing return. Teslin Reed puts it in for the Aces. So point for Hicksville. They close the gap to 3, and Kennedy Adams will drop back to serve for the Lady Aces. Evergreen. And a nice return from the Lady Vikings for the point and get the serve back. Dropping back to serve for Evergreen is Lene Mans. Mans off of Ridgway's hands, but Ayers saves it, and Rice gets it over and catches the back line of the Evergreen Vikings off guard. It's off the hands of Doherty, and another point for the Lady Aces. And Rice will drop back to serve. Into the net, another point. And the Aces are creeping back now. It's a 2-point game. And that one is going to be out off the back of the official. And it's a 1-point game. And great setup for Reed as she's able to just slap that one down while the Lady Vikings are trying to get back into position up by the net. We're tied at 19. And that'll be in. So the Aces hit 21st in this game. 1 point affair. McKenna Rice puts the ball up. Doherty. Save that one. Ridgway to Rice. Doctor hits it into the net. We're tied at 20. And Bethson Tobin back to serve again for Evergreen. Tobin to Ridgway, Rice, and Reed. Sanchez with the block. Kill that play, and Vikings up by a point. Tobin will serve again. To Adams. Sanchez again with a nice block. Aces recover this time. Now to Adams, a tip over by Rice. That'll be a point. For the Evergreen Lady Vikings. Tobin serve to Ridgway. Rice to the setup, now Doctor, and that'll be out. And a timeout on the Aces bench as they trail now 23-20. And with the timeout, we'll also make mention, too, I mentioned about the purple out that is going to be happening on Tuesday of next week for the varsity and the JV match against Paulding. Also, next week on Thursday, it'll be a non-conference night of volleyball on the 28th with East Side of Indiana. That's going to be senior night, where they'll be recognizing Aubrey Baird and Martina Vasquez. They'll have a special celebration for senior night that'll take place between the JV and the varsity matches on the 28th. So, again, we invite you to come out and join us on the 28th for senior night. And, of course, if you can't make it for whatever reason, you can enjoy the live coverage here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. And as we usually do for senior night, we'll sort of keep the live stream going to make sure we bring you the senior night festivities between the matches as part of our live stream next week on Thursday. Back into action now. Tobin with the serve. To Ridgway. They'll get it over. Evergreen looks for the setup. And Ayers, and that'll be another point. That'll bring up game point and match point for the Lady Vikings. Bethson Tobin gets the whistle. Here's the serve. Adams to Rice. The Doctor. Evergreen looks to respond. Sanchez off of Ridgway. Adams gets it, and Rice puts it over the net. Aces furiously working to keep this volley alive. That'll be out. So the Aces stay alive. Tesselin Reed drops back to serve. And here we go. Reed serve. It's a good one. One for the setup. Sanchez just outside. Nope, they're going to say inside. All right, well. So 25-21. The Lady Vikings will take game 2, and they'll win the JV match 2-0 this morning here at the Red Zone. As we get ready to wrap things up, we want to say a big thank you to another of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters, our good friends, Denny Vetter and Company at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located right here in Hicksville's Industrial Park. featuring solutions to business industry, including welding, robotics, plasma, and so much more. If you'd like to find out about the many things that they do, the many companies that they have worked with, and just what an incredible asset they are to the Hicksville community, check them out online at www.arcsolinc.com. We want to thank them so very much for their continued diamond level support of all of our Aces Sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. Couldn't do it without them. And hopefully you will thank them as well. The reason we were able to do all our live streams and keep them free is because of the great underwriting support we get from our diamond level underwriting supporters. So again, we want to thank them so very much. Hope you will do the same. ARC Solutions Incorporated in Hicksville, Ohio, in the Industrial Park, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. Well, we're going to wrap up this live stream, and Chris and I are going to take a bit of a break. We're going to be back in about 20 minutes, and we'll have our second live stream of this Saturday, and that'll be the varsity matchup between these two schools. We do want to say a quick thank you once again, first off, to all four of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealership, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks also to APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, online at aptmfg.com/careers. Thanks to the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy in downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Give them a call at 419-542-6218. And, of course, as we just mentioned, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. Thanks also to the Hicksville Athletic Department, Mr. Houghton Overmeyer, for giving us our space and allowing us to be here with the live stream coverage for you on this Saturday morning. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the live coverage from the Red Zone on this Saturday morning. So with that, we're going to wrap it up one final time. In the JV match, the first game goes to Evergreen 30-28, and the Lady Vikings take game 2 25-21 for a 2-0 win in the junior varsity match. And until we talk to you, coming up again in about 20 minutes or so from right now, for Chris Warner operating the camera and overseeing the live stream this morning, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a very good morning. Boy, it's been weird to say that, isn't it? And a good morning, a good Saturday, and good sports.